Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Libra season. We get the Fool coming out as your core fundamental energy. So you have a new path in front of you. And there are many reasons for you to feel excited about that. However, I'm feeling nerves about it because it means certain things. It means an element of discomfort, doing things that you may not quite feel prepared. It doesn't mean you're not prepared, you just might not feel that. And it means that you're going to have to take your life to a new level. New business or professional opportunities will be hurled at you. There will be a whole new set of trials, right? Really, they are opportunities disguised as trials, really. So it is an exciting time. There are good, positive things happening. Just sometimes we feel like we want to stay comfortable, you know? You do have your work cut out for you. All right, 8 of Coins is about putting your head down and doing the work, which you're good at. And because Libra is your second house, we've got your sun coming in there, or well, the sun is coming in there. There is a focus on money. There is a focus on productivity. And Virgo season is weird because it's supposed to be all about productivity, but because of the placement of Neptune and Chiron, sometimes we aren't as productive as we would like to think. And it can be kind of tough sometimes. It was for me a little bit, just having to get to do work. Like I'll tell you, it's been a real challenge for me getting these monthlies out with the Sun Chiron opposition, just not feeling as connected as I normally am. And so now we get to sort of brush all that off, shake it off, right? And just, okay, now we feel better. Now we can feel more productive. We have Mars going back direct again, which is great. So that's going to be the extra added oomph that we're going to need. And I think you're starting a lot of new things. The good thing about Virgo season is it gave us an opportunity to brainstorm. It gave us an opportunity to really think about stuff, to process stuff, to digest ideas, and to really ask ourselves what makes the most sense. Now, I don't recommend being rash right now, okay? I don't recommend just jumping into something still yet, all right? Because of the Venus retrograde and Jupiter finishing out its transit in Scorpio, I recommend waiting until November to really dive in deep. Now, again, that's going to be really variable for all of you, but you can do the preparation work for stuff, but just, keep your options open for the next month or so, all right? You can still plunk along and do all the things that you need to do. That's fine. Of course, obviously, of course that's fine. It's kind of like a no doy kind of thing, but what else? What else for my Virgos? Judgment. Okay, if you've been watching any of the other readings, you'll know that Judgment is kind of a recurring card. Again, Venus retrograde, it's all about truth. It's about coming into our authenticity. It's about the scales of justice becoming rectified. It's about karma. It's about having an opportunity to really tap into our authenticity. And by authenticity, guys, by the way, I do mean our true talents too. Our natural affinities, the things that we sort of came into this world with. Now, one of the things, I was shuffling the cards and I had something weird come to my mind. I don't know why this is. Because I said it for a different sign. I think it was Leo, one right before yours, but I'm going to say it to you too. It's time for us to connect with our childhood and to ask ourselves what it was that we knew when we were children. What did we know we were going to do? You know how some people are like, yeah, I've always known I was going to be famous. I've always known I was going to be a writer. I've always known I was supposed to be a musician. I suspect we have a voice that's been creeping up inside of us. And that this judgment for you specifically is going to come from the inside out rather than from an external source. It could come from an external source. There could be something synchronistic that happens that triggers you. But ultimately, it is going to come from that child inside of you, right? The fool inside of you. The innocent. The new soul. Maybe I didn't say that. I'm trying to remember if I said it. It feels so real, like I did. I don't know. It could just have been just a strong kind of thing. Memory, or was when I was shuffling the cards. Like, you need to say this. Page of Pentacles. And there's the opportunity that comes in. Page of Pentacles is what I call my student of the tarot. Page of Pentacles and Page of Swords. The two energies, like Mercury kind of energies that are curious and that are willing to take the time and the energy and the effort to become more expert at something, to become smarter at something. Page of Coins is focused. He is ambitious as well. And he is genuine and humble in his search for knowledge. As we seek things out, other things will seek us. And therein lies the open door with the Page of Pentacles, right? The person on that phone that calls you, that new client that comes in, whatever. Someone wants to get a hold of us. Someone wants to talk to us. Someone wants to be there for us. This is happening in your third house. Sign, house of Gemini, in the sign of Scorpio. So communication is important right now. And it's important for you to talk to them too, you don't have to say yes right away. You don't have to commit right away. But it is important for you to explore. Two of Wands is for visualization. Visualizing your dreams, visualizing the rest of your life. Now, we all know that life is unpredictable and we can't really plan. But we can think about where we want to go. And right now is a time to dream big. Now is a time to allow yourself to be a little unrealistic because, again, Virgo season can be harsh and a lot of people struggle at that time because of the sun. Did I say this already? No, I'm weird. I feel like I'm having deja vu like crazy right now. But because of the sun opposing Neptune, the sun opposing Chiron, there is a little dampening effect because you can be so optimistic and so idealistic, but then you see only the gap between where you are and where you need to go rather than focusing on the steps in between, just the next step in front of you, and that's it. So this is kind of a time for you to really work that out and say, okay, well, I do kind of know where I need to go. I know where I want to be. And yes, maybe it's lofty. Yes, maybe it's a big deal. But let me really think about what I need to do in the short term. Like in the next month, what do I need to do and how can I accomplish that stuff? And then keeping it more manageable, but also being open to changes to that plan as well. The vision can stay the same, but the pathway can change. The good thing about the Fool is that he's malleable. He can change, he can move, he can be altered. See, this is actually a card. With my Hermetic Tarot deck, every card has like the planetary symbols on it. And this is actually a card that's associated with Pluto. When you look at it, you're like, why would it be Pluto? It's like a destructive planet. Like, yeah, okay. What does that really mean? Well, it's It signifies the rise of the phoenix. And maybe Virgo season felt like there was a crash and burn to your identity, right? Maybe it felt like this whole kind of idea of what you thought you were sort of morphed and changed kind of right before your eyes. And now all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, that's not what I thought this was. That's not what I thought I was meant to do or meant to be. And now all of a sudden I'm on this different course. Like, what? Well, now is time to pick yourself up. Pick yourself up and just keep moving. Just keep soldiering on. Wherever the universe sort of plopped you, you're going to have to find your way. Realign, right? Pick out that compass. This is due north, right? Take out your compass, align it to due north, and find your path. Yes, High Priestess. No doubt. Man, our intuition is coming out fierce. It can be clouded, okay, because of just kind of the stuff that we're going through. But throughout the course of October, the intuition is going to become more clear. All right. She indicates the balance which we need in Libra season between the black and the white, the conscious and the unconscious. She is the gatekeeper, the keeper of truth, right? The Torah, same as kind of like derived from the same root as tarot, both indicating truth. She's in control of the moon representing our instincts and our emotional body and our memories. We could have stuff surfacing up from childhood, like I said, but I think in a positive way. It's not like all the childhood trauma that we went through. It's more, like when I was little, I had all these different kinds of dreams, but there were a few specific dreams that I had first, that I remember were my first dreams. And so, when you're a kid, you want to be like a ballerina, you want to be a cop, you want to be, a princess, you want to do all these like kind of random things. But what was it that you felt first? Can you remember? Hierophant reversed suggests a breakaway from the outmoded way of doing things, the crystalline structures in our lives, our institutions. I think that we have become very good at identifying our psychological and energetic constructs. We've become good at understanding the motivations as to why. We're not afraid to identify our fears. We're not afraid to identify what's holding us back. We're not afraid to identify it. Sometimes it's hard to act on that or hard to act in spite of. But identifying is easy. Now is a chance for you to act in spite of. In spite of my education, I'm going to do this. In spite of what my parents told me was right, I think something else is right. Virgos can be very rebellious. They do tend to kind of go their own path. They're good with introspection. They're good with isolation, right? Your card is the Hermit. We all know that. You're good with that Hermit mode, which means if you're okay being on your own, yes, you do love people. Yes, you do love your family. Yes, you do love your friends. But you are okay on your own, which means you are okay with being an independent and authentic person. So systems and structures don't really have a grasp on you as much as they would like anyway. It will be important for you to meditate, as always, in spite of maybe not wanting to. Because meditation allows for the stillness in your body and the stillness in your mind to receive messages. Seven of Swords reversed. I'm so happy it's reversed, because it does tell me, okay, that you are breaking free from self-sabotaging behavior. You're no longer letting that control you because you've identified it. That's the first step and one of the hardest things, is just identifying the behavior that's holding you back. You know, the Three of Swords reverse suggests the healing that is going on, an ongoing healing process that's probably been going on for quite a while. Healing and cleansing, like a purging or a flushing out of your emotional body. Right now, like I think I said this in the beginning, probably don't make any big decisions yet, because here's the Neptunian qualities still. It's got a lingering effect. And because the Venus retrograde too, it's just like, let's just keep it status quo for now. Let's not do anything crazy. Let's not get out of control here. Because what you need is time to really put things in perspective, and time to really wrap your head around all these new concepts and ideas that you came up with during this highly inspired solar return. Very connected solar return. Okay, because of the Sun-Neptune opposition. I suspect a lot of Virgos were affected by that, because we've got Neptune smack dab in the middle of Pisces over there. So, it's affected a lot of Virgos. And as we were connected, as we were kind of listening or doing whatever, and brainstorming and coming in contact with what it is we're supposed to do this year, like setting our yearly plans. What are we supposed to do? How can we go about achieving these big dreams that we have for ourselves, so that we feel like we're contributing and that we are valuable, Well, those answers will come. They will. In time. And it requires your kind of understanding. So the thing with the Hanged Man too is it gives you the time to connect the dots of the past. And maybe there's something that's still kind of evading your grip of understanding. So what you need is the time gap. So be grateful for that. Be grateful for the release. Oh, beautiful. Wow, she hasn't really been coming out that much. Amazing. Okay, so a King of Swords is someone that you're dealing with, all right? I feel this is a high quality person. This is you, I think. However, there's a mirror effect happening as well. Please do not discount this energy as a part of your own Swords, okay? This person was someone that brought things out in you. And in a way, it's possible that it's because of them that you're sitting at Empress status. You are sitting on the higher throne. Okay? I often see the Empress as the consolidation of the four queens, right? All together. And the Emperor is the four kings all together. So you have the cups, wands, swords, and pentacles all here. The master of all the elements. Right? She's got the 12 stars of the zodiac on her crown. She is a master. She does understand the process of manifestation. She does understand the process of creation. She is Venus ruled here after all. And it is because of this person as your foundation, right? This could have been someone that you dated. It could be a friend, family member, business partner, whatever, that had an impact on you. You may have thought you learned all the lessons from this person that you could, but I suspect you haven't yet. Look, this is a card of Aquarius, okay, or the Aquarian archetype, and there is an unattainability about this person, but they do challenge you. They challenge you to be more independent. They challenge you to be more interesting, more intelligent. They challenge you to be the best. And be that for whatever that is, you are probably more valuable to yourself, right? You view yourself as being more valuable now than you did last year at this time. Reflect back on where you were at this time last year after your last solar return in 2017. And you can see how life unfolds in a very magical kind of way. See, what did I say about connecting the dots? It's possible there's still some dots that need to be connected regarding this person and you, and regarding past behavior, past mental patterns. And that this Venus retrograde in Scorpio is going to actually probably be the definitive time when you can put that issue to bed. And once Chiron, I know Chiron's on his way, or I don't know if he's officially there yet or not in Pisces, he'll be there for a few months. But when he makes his way back into Aries, well, then I think that's when you'll finally feel release from that too, once and for all. So it is a process. It is ongoing. So we do have stuff to clarify. I'll probably start with the Hierophant reversed, if I'm being honest with you. Probably start with this bottom row here and this person here, so that we can kind of get a handle on what is this sort of affliction. And then it will help us move forward. So I'm going to leave you guys there. If I don't see you on the website, then I will see you next month. All right. Thanks so much. Take care.